niggas feel what jealousy. I'm doing good, that's what they envy me. This girl is in my memory. Oh, if I get your felony.
Right, what is up, you guys? Sage here, and today we're going to be focusing more on the emotional side of things. Like I said, when you are in the process of building this life, there are going to be challenges, there are going to be obstacles, and you're going to need more than logic to get through some things, and you're going to need a certain mindset to get through some things. So here are some of the tools that I've used to help me along this journey thus far, and I believe it's something that, logically speaking, it is impossible that these things are not going to carry me through. Like, if I think like this, it is impossible that they're not going to carry me through extreme and dire circumstances, right? So who am I? I'm Sage, and because we're talking about the emotional part of things, this is going to become relevant. So the promise today is we're going to discuss the concept that where your finger goes, your energy follows, right? Wherever you point the blame is where the power goes. So to say I'm not where I'm supposed to be, I'm not where I want to be because of him and her, you're giving the power to change that to him and her. So who am I? Why am I speaking from this concept? Because we're talking about the emotional part of things. Our proof is, among other things, I'm going to pick this very particular example in this very particular point in time in my life, which is 2022. We just came off COVID. The previous year, I trained to the best shape of my life at that time. I've been better now, but at that time, it was absolutely incredible what I managed to do in that year to prepare, and then to not be able to play at all in grade 11 was, a bit disappointing. But anyway, 2022, we come back, and it's rugby season. Boom, we're about to have some fun. I have this massive chip on my shoulder. I have something to prove, and I wanted to prove that in under 16. I didn't get an under 16 year, didn't get an under 17 year. All of a sudden, boom, we're playing like open rugby, which is from fourth team to first team. We're playing with with the big boys now, and all of a sudden you have to step up to the plate and swing, even though you didn't have that time to really truly prepare yourself. But regardless of that, first time we rock up to the trials. Immediately, obviously, people are picked off of like names and potential, and obviously you pick off of what you know, right? So again, very easily then I could have pointed the finger at the coaches and said, man, they never gave me a chance, they never gave me a fair look, this, that, and the third, because that first trials day I'm immediately put in like the fourth team, and I'm playing in that second division, that second string already, right? I'm playing in the thirds versus fourths on the side of the fourths, right? So anyway, we ball first game. I'm playing my heart out because I see myself, even though in retrospect there was absolutely not a way that I was going to be in that first team at that time, at that particular point in time. I just wasn't physically where I needed to be, right? But I know what I'm capable of, right? So instead of saying, man, nah, coach so and so, coach this and that didn't give me an opportunity, I took it upon myself to make that happen for myself, and then I ball my heart out. funny thing about that, I was actually playing in tackies. I didn't even have boots at that time. So I'm playing full team. I don't even have rugby boots, bro. Bawling my heart out, and then boom, they say, okay, now you go up. So they put me on the third team side, and then finally I think we play another game, and they're like, okay. So in my mind, I'm like, yes, this is my opportunity. I'm gonna work my way all the way up to the first team on the first day. Awesome. Nah, we only played the thirds only played against the fourth, and then the first played against the second, and then that was it. So I'm like, damn. And teams are picked. We were playing not too long after that. Skip ahead a little bit, and all of a sudden we're the third team is playing against Muir, which is like the first game of the season that season. And lo and behold, I'm captain, which was it was a surprise, sort of, but not really, because I tried to put my best foot forward, of course, and for them to put me in that position, I was grateful to be there, So yeah, anyway, obviously I go out there, ball my heart out in the first half because I was exhausted by the second half. But we won though. We won convincingly. I think it was like 32-0 or something like that. We won convincingly. Everyone's high-fiving. We're enjoying. I'm like, yeah, definitely going to the second team now. No. Stayed at the third team. Mind you, I'm playing the games of my life, right? So I'm thinking any day, you know, didn't happen. And I could have, say, after 2 games, 3 games, decided to myself, nah, you know what? Forget this. I'm moving on, right? But the power was here. I'm to blame. Whether it's my fault or not, it's my responsibility to get to where I want to go. So I kept showing up. Eventually make the second team. Eventually make the first team. Get dropped from the first team. Go even harder. And I think for like a month straight, bro, game after game after game, I was scoring like 2 tries a game, just bawling my heart out. Never got called up to the first team again. However, I left in peace knowing that wow, I really gave it my all, regardless of what the circumstance was, right? So that's basically what today's topic is about: is taking the power, taking ownership, taking extreme ownership of your situation, and taking extreme ownership of your problems, and then taking ownership of what it takes to get those problems solved. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Exciting times coming through. And also exploring this emotional, this mindset side of things is also going to be really, really fun. So yeah, hope you guys come along on the journey and explore that with me. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Sage, signing out.